Miller here. I wanted to talk about this Oryx chassis that I bought. It's actually made by MDT. There's some things about it I like, and there's some things that I do not like. So wanted to make a video and kind of go over them if you're thinking about buying this. So I'm just getting over being sick. Actually had the COVID, and today was my last day of being I guess quarantined to my house. So I've been quarantined for a while, but I still have a shortness of breath, and I still can't taste or smell anything. So, and I look probably kind of crappy. I haven't shaved in a little bit, but in any case, I did want to make this video. I've been meaning to make it for a while. The chassis itself weighs 4.2 pounds. It's made out of an aluminum. The whole thing's aluminum, but you do have these polymer rails that are kind of just attached to it. You can take the rails off. I've seen people take them off and they paint them whatever color they want. I like the green color just fine. You can tell that I did add a different grip to it, and I added a bag rider. I'll go over this later, but I don't recommend this bag rider. It's it's like 3D printed, so I don't know how durable it is, I should say. The action that I have in here is a Borden Alpine Magnum action, chambered in 7mm SAUM, so it's a short action ultra magnum. And I've got a Brux barrel on this, and I don't remember who makes the brake, but with the brake and the weight of the chassis itself, this doesn't have it's a very mild recoiling rifle. With the old stock that I had on it that was lightweight, no brake, this does it does pound your shoulder a little bit. So first off, the grip, you notice, is different. The grip that it comes with is a chubby AR style grip, and it's got that AR angle to it. I just didn't care for it. I think most people are going to change it out. I tried a Masterpiece Arms vertical grip on it, and it didn't fit very well because of this angle you have here, and you have an angle, or to hold your thumb on the right side. So it just didn't match up very well. So I took that off, and I got this. This is called a Penguin grip. I think Anarchy Outdoors makes it. I don't remember. Yeah, Anarchy Outdoors. And this has been working great. It has a thumb shelf here too, but I don't use it. I use the one that's built into the chassis, and that works fine for me. Everybody's going to be a little different. The bag rider I had to add because it was a pain in the butt getting a bag up underneath this. Trying to hold a bag under this little area here just didn't work. Putting one up underneath here, you had to have a pretty big bag. Usually I just carry a sand sock around this, which does work, but it just doesn't work all that well. So I got this bag rider. It's 3D printed. It's probably not all that durable. I don't know if I'd recommend it. We'll see. I haven't even shot it with this on yet, so I don't know how well it's going to work. You can adjust the length of pole. There's spacers that come with it from 13 to 13.5 inches, and you can buy kits to extend it even more if you need to. The comb height's adjustable. Just a couple of screws here that you take out. I've seen people actually take these screws out and put thumb screws in, so you can actually just do it by hand without having a tool. But once I get it set, it's fine. I don't need to adjust it all that much. And they have this little cutout here, so you can take your bolt out easily without having to take your cheek riser off. So that's nice. It takes like an Aics Mag, so MDT sells them. This one's a I don't know who makes this one. It just says AM on the bottom. I'm not sure, but this works good. It's an Aics Mag. It's empty. Inserts. I don't like the paddle lever they have on here. I wish it was a little more robust, a little bigger. It's just this thin, flimsy piece. It reminds me of an AK mag release. I don't really care for it, but it works. Just don't really care for it. They could maybe make a piece to add onto here, so it I don't know, sticks out a little bit further, a little beefier. But if you're going to use this for competing and you're going to switch mags out quick, this might be a pain in the butt. I only shoot this rifle long distance. I don't compete with it, so it doesn't really matter. The the bottom here, I added this Arca Reel. I bought it to add, and I couldn't get it all the way underneath. See, I measured it and I bought the right length, but there's an angle to it, so you can't actually just buy an Arca Reel to put on. You have to buy their proprietary Arca Reel to put on this. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's why it looks funny here. I left it on because it still works. I can actually put my my bipod all the way out to the end here, and it acts as kind of a spigot mount. So, and this is durable enough to where I don't have to worry about it bending or anything like that. So it's working out for me, but just remember you're going to have to spend the $70 on an Arca Reel if you're going to go that way. So that's a negative too. Let's see what else to talk about. Everything else about it is nice. Like I said, I like the weight. It looks good. No complaints about looks. The adjustments work plenty well for me. I was out at Finale, the Border Wars Finale, not too long ago. I think I seen one person actually competing with this, and that's a NRL. It's kind of like PRS competition. And yeah, in the match, I was really busy, so I didn't get to see what everybody had out there, but usually most people use like MPA chassis or MDT, like the ACC chassis. I think I saw one of these. I don't remember. I was really busy. So, but you could use it for competing. I would probably go with something else like this. This is my match rifle. This is a KRG X-Ray chassis. Now, this chassis is actually pretty lightweight. That's the only thing I don't like about it for competing. So this has the weight to it. This really doesn't. I don't remember how much the chassis itself weighs here, but it's mostly polymer. But I do like this chassis much more. You can see the mag release here is much, much better. So, and the way it's set up on the bottom, it comes with this piece here actually. It rides a bag very well. You don't have to add a bag rider or anything to it. So I would suggest that over this for competing. Unless you're doing maybe like F class or something like this, this would probably work fine. So I'm probably forgetting something, but for the most part, like you can hear me, I'm short of breath. Just walking up and down the stairs. Get shortness of breath. Hopefully none of you guys get COVID out there, but it's not that bad. But you do have some prolonged issues afterwards, like the smell and taste and the shortness of breath. At least I do. Maybe some people don't. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, the butt pad is it's very nice on this too. No problems there. But yep, that takes care of it. I also wanted to mention there is a QD mount in the back here on the butt pad, on the very back, but there is nothing in the front. And there's M-lock slots underneath, so you could add something like a QD mount on the very bottom, but I don't know. You'd probably want to, I don't even know how that would work, if it would work that well, because it would be underneath instead of on the side. I suppose it would still work, but not that great. As far as accuracy goes, I had this action and barrel in a stock originally. It was glass bedded by a gunsmith. I didn't do it myself, but the accuracy hasn't changed at all. It's still shooting great. It's about the same. So, going from a bedded stock to a chassis, you're not going to see much of a difference. Now, going from a stock that's not glass bedded, you're probably going to see an accuracy improvement with this, but that's a good reason to buy a chassis, and they're very affordable. I mean, I think it's right around $400 for it. Now, if you wanted to add all the bells and whistles, you're gonna need to change out like the grip, probably $50-$60 for the grip here, another $30-$40 for the bag rider, $70 if you want to get an Arca Reel. You have to buy some M-lock attachments for the bottom if you wanted to do that instead for Picatinny. Or maybe like an M-lock to swivel stud if you have a Harris bipod. And yeah, I mean, there's some extra money you got to add to, but still, I mean, for the price, right around $400, it's a good deal. It's a good deal overall if you're not going to compete with it, or if you're just going to do F class. Or like me, I'm just going to shoot long range with this rifle here. It's still better than buying like a a Manor stock or something, it's going to cost more than this. And I like chassis myself. I like the way they look. It's an aesthetic thing, but it's also functional. So, but that wraps it up. You guys, if you have any questions, you can post them below. I will answer questions. And yeah, you guys take it easy.